What is good, family? This is your girl. I am Courtney Michelle. Thank you so much for tuning in to another video. Today, we are going to be talking about a video that is making its rounds through YouTube streets. It is that of Bishop T.D. Jakes. Shout out to the Potter House in Dallas, Texas. He is speaking about women and our power to speak life and encouragement to our men. And he is telling us that a wise woman knows that it is our words and it is us that speaks life instead of strife. So let's take a look at the video, and I'm going to give a little bit of commentary on it. Maybe be able to drop a couple of jewels, couple of diamonds, couple of rubies. Let's go.
That your tongue is your weapon and that you can win the battle and still lose the war. The right word spoken by a good woman in a bad situation can make a man fly. You know how you are about your children, come hell or high water?
Right.
I'm down for you. Well, most of us had that with our mothers. And then we marry you. And we watch you give it to your children. And this is what I want you to understand. I'm not blaming you for where they're broken, because they were probably broken in some way when you got them. I'm telling you how to minister to the brokenness without emasculating the patient. Okay? If you got a man that life has beaten and he comes home to a woman holding a whip, don't be angry when he looks beat down.
Wow. I'm going to have to completely agree with Bishop T.D. Jakes. I don't think women understand, and particularly Black women, the power that we have. We are the curators of life here on earth. When a man purchases a house, what do? We bring life to it and it becomes a home. And this is also true by our words. We are able to speak life and death in what we say, and what we say to our men matters. And how you speak life in a man is through respect. By you respecting a man, it establishes a few things. First, it establishes trust. We all know that we don't, or we can't really give respect to someone that we don't trust. So that in essence already shows that if we respect our man, that means that man knows we trust him. Not only that, but we trust in his leadership. We trust in his authority when we show him respect. And through that respect, it also shows that what also makes a man feel that he's able to take on hard tasks. It gives him confidence and it gives him encouragement. How do we do that? What do we do, or how do we show our men respect? First, it is definitely important that we understand that our men are not perfect, and neither are we. But I think it's so important that when our men are doing something great, when they're doing something that we know it takes a lot out of them to do, but they still are doing it, that encouragement, that taking the time out to look at them and acknowledge what they're doing goes a long way. I definitely think our men get a kick out of when they hear us talking about them on the phone. Instead of, girl, you know, he get on my nerves, girl, this, girl, that. What if your man accidentally listens to you talk to one of your homegirls and say, you know what? There's something special about him. Girl, let me tell you, I just respect the hell out of my man. Girl, you know what? It's just something special about him. Man, if he hears you speaking well to him, to your friends, to your family, to your coworkers, I promise you that will put a little pep in his step. I think another thing that we need to do is start thinking before we speak. And this is a practice that I have had to learn on multiple occasions, but I tell you, I'm getting better at it, and I definitely see the result of thinking before I start speaking. I know that I'm an emotional type of woman, so I have to, because I'll start speaking out of my emotions, and then 30 minutes to an hour later, I'm like, why in the world did I say that? So now I stopped and I'm making concerted effort to think before I speak. So it's this cool thing that you can remember. It's the three T's. The number one T is text. What is it that you're going to say? Think about it. Think about the consequences of what comes out of your mouth. Think about, does it actually speak life or does it speak death if I say these things? Second T, time. Is it the time or place to say it? Sometimes we can get all in our emotions and want to hold that in. There's a particular time. Let's go home first. Let's say this in the privacy of just me and you while others are not around, while our children are not around. So it's time. The third T is tone. It's how you're saying it. Are you screaming? Are you over talking? Are you listening? The tone of what you say in your words, it matters. So those are the three T's that I've had to learn on, better effective ways on how to communicate. And I'm going to say this too for the women that are single mothers. And this is going to be a hard pill to swallow, but it is what it is. Respecting your man also means that you are respecting how he disciplines his non biological children or child. If you're wanting a man to be a stepdad and you want him to be the leader of your home, not only does he require your respect, but your children's as well too. And that includes discipline. You have to be able to respect the way that he disciplines your child. Now, if it's something that you don't like, or maybe you could see maybe better, that's when those T's come in. Time and place. The time is now when that child is there. Take it to the room in privacy and have the discussion, but also remember your tone. And also remember what you're going to say and don't speak it out of emotion. So, TD Jakes was on point. I appreciate TD Jakes when I tell you he has been doing God's work for a long time. And I think that if women understand that rebuilding our community means rebuilding back our men to be the leaders, and they have to understand that we respect them enough to lead. Just a little jewels. So I appreciate you guys. To the next one, be a blessing.